you know what they warned me about referred pain in the ears. So just a quick summary of post-op day 1. So as you might hear, I'm able to speak um, mm, almost almost normally, still a bit raspy. So for food, in the morning I managed only half of the sausage roll, and then after that I had some ice chips just to cool my throat down. Lunchtime I had 2 spoons of um, couscous covered with chicken soup, and I had like three shredded bits of chicken meat, but that's it. I couldn't eat anymore. It was still a bit painful. um, After that lunch I had a full ice cream lolly, which was good, and it soothed my throat as well. And then I felt a bit tired and weak after lunch, so I went to sleep. Well, I tried to go to sleep. Initially, I couldn't sleep, but later on, I did fall asleep. But I had to have um, four pillows, so I was like in a semi-sitting position, and then when I changed position, I also went to the sides. Still, I can't lie on my back because my uvula is still a bit inflamed, and when I lie back, it just goes to the back, and I feel like it's blocking my throat, and I can't. I'm usually a mouth breather, so I felt like I couldn't breathe as well. So I stay on the sides or in a sitting position when sleeping. Dinner, I'm actually so glad because when I woke up, I felt quite hungry because usually I have like a full plate every meal, but now I only had those food earlier. So after I woke up, I finished my half of the sausage roll. Then about 3 hours later, around 9:30, I managed to finish a full bowl of Lucky Me noodles. So this is a Filipino, um, like a ready to cook noodles. You just boil it and then add the seasoning. Um, it has very thin noodles, so it was so easy to just sort of swallow it. You don't really need to swallow to chew it, because when I chew, it also sort of causes a bit of pain at the back of my throat. So you have to cook it very hot, but I let it cool down for 30 minutes, and then I just slowly ate it, until I finished. It took me about an hour, but at least I was able to get a full bowl this time, so I have some nutrition on me. And I made sure as well to keep on drinking cool water for the whole day. And yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better now, and as you can hear, I can speak better now. um in terms of medication, somehow I don't know when it was, but when I checked my antibiotic this evening, I only had 3 slots empty. So I started last night, so I should have had 4 empty, including 4 tonight, because it's 3 times a day, my coamoxiclav. I think it may have been the lunchtime that I missed. I think I was putting it off until I got something in my stomach. But I think after that I was tired and sort of dizzy already, so I went to sleep. I think I forgot to drink my lunchtime antibiotics. So I cannot double dose, so I took the dinner time antibiotic, and then I will restart from tomorrow morning. So I'll just make sure that I keep on track of that. So it's very important to finish my course of antibiotic. I've been doing my pain relief every 6 hours. I take 2 codeine and 2 paracetamol 6 hours, every 6 hours. And for the codeine, it does say there that I can have it 6 times a day, which means every 4 hours. But I've been doing it 6 hourly for now, because I don't want to be like sleepy or dizzy all the time, because codeine does make you a bit sleepy, sometimes dizzy. So if 6 hours is enough, then that's fine. If it maybe on day 3 or day 5, when it becomes very painful, then I might increase it to a 4 hourly dose. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'm gonna have my rest now, and this is day 1 post-op for tonsillectomy. Mm. I spoke too soon yesterday evening. After I recorded that nightcap, um, an hour after, it became very painful again. So I had to use my, what do you call it? Difflam spray. I was trying to reserve that for day 3 up to day 5 when they said it's gonna be the most painful during the healing time. But it was painful last night after, and I've already taken my codeine and paracetamol, so I had to use the Difflam spray like 3 times overnight. I woke up again around 3 times because of the pain, and I had to use the Difflam spray. So I spoke too soon. Now I'm gonna try and eat this because they said you need to have this crunchy and crispy food to remove the slough at the back of your throat, of my throat anyway. And yeah, the picture, I show you the picture of how my throat looks like on post-op and yesterday. And I'll show you again after this how my throat looks on day 2. Sorry, post-op. Now I'm gonna try and finish this toast with avocado and poached egg. Okay, this is coffee, but I'm gonna leave it for 30 minutes again before I drink it. So I don't want any hot drinks because it might increase the blood flow and increase the risk of bleeding as well. Okay.
A few moments later.
Guys, I'm just having my lunch, and then you know what they warned me about referred pain in the ears? It's starting now, so I just took 2 codeine and I'm just taking my second paracetamol tablet now. I'm trying to finish my noodles. Hey guys, so it's New Year's Eve and I'm in my friend's flat and we're having sort of a small gathering. I did manage, thankfully, to eat some soy foods, but you know, just not too much. I For lunchtime I only had noodles, so I think that's why I had appetite for dinner. So I managed to eat quite a few. I think it's almost a full plate. But anyway, the important thing is I'm still on top of my pain medication, and I took my antibiotic, which is very very important. And then what else? The Difflam spray actually helped because in between the tablets, when it becomes painful again, I can do a few sprays at the back of my throat. The ear pain, which they mentioned, which is a referred pain from the throat, has already started. So, um, like that might be the start of the the period where they say it's most painful. But we'll see. So I hope my new year won't be that painful, and we're gonna meet the new year here. And happy new year to you guys when you're watching this. And Hopefully everything goes well for my recovery. So today's day 3. Um, I actually woke up with very painful throat and bilateral ear pains. Um, and then I took some codeine, 2 codeine, so that's 60 milligrams, and paracetamol. And then I felt really groggy and sleepy after I took codeine. And after 2 hours, now I'm awake now. It's lesser pain. It's like on and off, and I have to keep on top of my pain medication. So I can't really wait to, just be free of all the tablets. I did manage to eat something this morning, although it's still a struggle. But I managed to eat solid food, so that's good. It's too painful. I was sleeping and then I woke up. The pain is so bad. Alright, I just managed to eat something a little bit. I could take my antibiotic. The pain in my ears is so bad. I've taken paracetamol, codeine. If in 1 hour it's still painful, I'll take ibuprofen as well. I'll do my spray now. So it's now um, the end of day 4 post-op, and so let me tell you what happened today. In the morning, I woke up with actually I didn't get too much sleep last night, and I woke up like every 30 minutes or every hour because of the pain. And at one time, I was just sitting down. I was so tired. I was sitting down with my head and my arms on the sofa, so I was on the floor, and I fell asleep because that's how exhausted I was. I took my because I was already up anyway. I took the medication at 4 in the morning, so the whole set, paracetamol, codeine, and then I think later on I took ibuprofen as well after an hour because it was just too much. So that the pain now is sort of connected to the ears. This was already warned preoperatively. It was on the leaflet. It says you will have ear pain as referred pain from the pain that you are actually feeling from your throat. And if you've ever been on a plane before and you have that ear pain, not the popping feeling, but the actual pain, if you multiply that by, let's say, 7, that's how I felt earlier. And I had a really hard time swallowing food at lunchtime, breakfast and lunchtime. And because how it feels like is like if you have an open wound, um, I feel like the area at the back of my throat is an open wound, and when I eat something, when I drink something, or when I chew, it sort of scrapes on the wound, and it's so painful. And because it refers to my ear, both ears become painful as well. And this is because one nerve serves that area, the ears and the back of the throat. So at lunchtime, I had to do this while eating. So I sort of put pressure on it, and then while I chew or while I swallow, so that it doesn't become too painful. And then after, so 2 hours after lunch, I thought I was good. I managed to eat a few spoonfuls. But 2 hours after lunch, I actually hurled up. I vomited everything. Um, there was a few sort of false alarms, that maybe 4 false alarms. I went to the toilet and I was feeling a bit sick. Nothing came out. And then on the fifth attempt, and the fifth feeling of nausea, I barely reached the toilet bowl, and it actually like hurled out, like not fully projectile, but like, yeah, sort of projectile, maybe about a hand's length, like, and I just nearly missed the toilet bowl, and I vomited twice. It was like the whole proper. Of course, I didn't get to video that one because my phone was not there, and it just all happened so rapidly, and I was not feeling well at the time. But anyway, that happened, so I wasn't sure if the medicine I took was still in there. But anyway, I didn't take any extra meds. So for dinner time, I had again instant noodles, but the dry noodles this time. And it was a Lucky Me pancit canton, sweet and spicy. And I know spicy, they did say is gonna hurt, but usually because it's a bit bland for this flavor, I thought it would be fine. But actually, it was hurting both sides of my ear every time I swallowed it, because sort of like the flavoring, spicy flavoring, touched the area, and it made the pain worse. And then what else? That's all I ate really. And then by 4 o'clock I took some meds, and then now just after 10 I took 2 sets of codeine, 2 paracetamol, and then I took my antibiotic. And then just before I'm gonna sleep later on, I'm gonna spray the Difflam spray. Now, I was shaking the Difflam spray earlier, and I think it's half empty. So I'm gonna try and use it only when needed. Or if I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm not chewed my tablets yet, then that's the time I'm gonna use the Difflam spray. Even now, the codeine has worked. Started to work. That's why I'm able to speak, but to you guys. But normally I would avoid speaking. Even the persons I was with earlier. I mean, if I don't have to speak, I don't. I try not to speak because it really hurts. But now it's working, so hopefully it stays that way. And I'm really praying that I will be able to sleep like straight, because in the past 4 days I've been waking up every 30 minutes, every hour. I mean, the first 2 days it was because I couldn't breathe. I think the swelling has gone down a little bit on my uvula, but this time I'm not getting sleep because of the pain. And that whole part at the back, the whole line where the tonsils were removed, has all become white and fluffy. So tomorrow I really have to try and eat the crunchy, crispy food that they've advised, so that it helps remove the slough and promote healing, and still avoid the hot food. And I will avoid spicy food as well. So yeah, it really is a struggle. Like, I don't know if you can see it. I feel like I look very pale, and then look at my eye bags. I haven't slept very well, so it's really a struggle. I know it's a simple procedure for the doctors, but for the patient, even if you say it's elective surgery, it's not easy. And you really have to keep an eye on it, because I don't know for other people, but for me, they didn't put any follow-up checkup or a follow-up appointment to see how it's going. So for them, it's just a basic surgery. It would have been nice if there was like a follow-up appointment just to check the state of it, but I guess that's the routine, that it will just get well by itself, and I should be fine. So yeah, it is a struggle, and um, yeah, but I will survive. I'll be able to do this. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Morning, guys. I woke up late. It's 10 o'clock now. So I actually woke up at 6 a.m. with severe pain, and I had to take liquid paracetamol and one codeine and a spray. So now I'm gonna have breakfast. Let's see what. I think I'm gonna have just a cereal. Now Weetabix, because it's soft and it easily goes down. So let's go have some breakfast because I need to take my antibiotic. So I'm pairing my Weetabix with coffee. This is my laxative because they didn't give me laxative, and you know codeine causes constipation. I'm gonna wait for this to cool down first. So this is my lunch. I'm gonna try and eat proper food. The medicine is still working, but it's starting to be painful again. But I'm gonna try and finish this, so I have at least proper food. So I was checking the back of my throat, and it's like all filled with white stuff, and it looks gross. Look, are you ready? If you're eating, then don't watch it now. Say 1, 2, 3. Ah, ah, ah. Looks gross. Just want to like scrub it off. It's gonna be painful, so